the Google Nest Mini or Apple's HomePod Mini. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at both of these devices, comparing their features and helping you decide which is the best for you. So stay tuned. Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. My name is Steve from the YouTube channel Steve Does, and I want to thank you for joining me here at reviews.org. So Apple has finally come out with a mini version of their HomePod. They finally have a device that they can compete with the Nest Mini and the Amazon Echo Dots. But in today's comparison, we're just going to be comparing the HomePod Mini to the Nest Mini. Hopefully there are not too many minis in here that get us confused. Now, before we get started, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos like this one. With that said, let's get started. Starting out with the Nest Mini, this has a clean, buttonless look on top. Instead of those buttons, it has touch sensors under the fabric. One side is going to be volume up, the other side is going to be volume down, and in the software you can actually reverse this. So if you decide to mount this upside down using the mount on the back, you can change the direction of the volume up and down. In addition to volume, you can also tap the middle to play and pause music. Now, Apple has gone with a more modern looking touch display. Just like with the Nest Mini, there's a volume up, a volume down, and you can tap in the middle to play and pause music. Now, in addition to the controls on the top, you can also use your voice to control each of their respective voice assistants. Apple is going to have Siri and Google is going to have the Google Assistant. Both devices do light up on top, which is going to give you an indication of when the assistants are listening. This way, as you're screaming across the room, you know if it heard that wake word or not. Something that you are not going to see on the HomePod Mini is a physical mute button for the microphone. This is something that comes standard with the Nest Mini and gives you peace of mind that you are physically turning off the microphone on that device. Unfortunately, the HomePod Mini does not offer that. Now, Apple does allow you to turn off the wake word through the app, or you can ask the device to disable the wake word, but it's not as easy as just flipping a switch like with the Nest Mini. Now, in addition to no mute button with the HomePod Mini, you also cannot remove the power cable. So if that cable gets damaged, you are out of luck and you're gonna have to replace that whole unit. With the Nest Mini, it does come with a power cable that can be removed. So if anything happens to those power cords, you're better off with the Nest Mini. When listening to music, both of these devices thrive in their own ecosystem. The Apple HomePod Mini has Apple Music, where the Nest Mini has YouTube Music, which is also owned by Google. If music is your thing and you are subscribed to either one of these services, then I would recommend going with the respective device. Both devices work with other popular streaming services too. Now, something that I do want to mention is that with the HomePod Mini, you do have to have an iOS device. That's either going to be an iPhone or an iPad to use that device. So if you're an Android user, the HomePod Mini is not going to be for you. For the Nest Mini, you can have either an Android device or an iPhone to be able to control and use that device right there. So with that said, using your iPhone to control the HomePod Mini is really easy to do. A cool feature between your iPhone and the HomePod Mini is that if you bring your phone closer to the speaker, it's going to bring up a pop-up at the top of your phone. You can tap on that and it is going to show you what song is playing. From there, you can play, pause, adjust volume, skip tracks, do all of that cool stuff. But if you actually take your phone and touch it to the speaker, it will transfer whatever music or podcast that is playing on your phone to the speaker. Now, you can also do that in reverse. If you have something playing on your speaker and you want to now make it mobile and put it on your phone, tap your phone to the speaker, it'll automatically transfer from the speaker to your phone, and you can go off on your day with listening to the same music or podcast that you were before. With the Nest Mini, you also have popular options for streaming services like Pandora, Spotify, and yes, it even includes Apple Music. Another cool feature about both of these speakers is that you can move music from one device to another similar device. So if I have music playing on my Nest Mini in this room, I can request to have it rebroadcast to another part of my house. With both of these devices being mini, neither one sound that great compared to their full-size counterparts. But if sound quality is a big selling point for you, then I would recommend going with the HomePod Mini. Both devices do fill a room nicely with music, but the HomePod Mini has a bit more bass with a fuller sound. With the volume set to higher levels, the Nest Mini had a bit more distortion than the HomePod Mini. But for double the price, I'm really not surprised. Between these two devices, the HomePod Mini had a crisper sound and was a clear winner to me. When picking one of these devices for your smart home, I feel like there are two major categories that people consider. Compatibility, wanting everything to be able to work with that device, and their personal privacy, wanting to keep their personal stuff private. If you go with the Google Nest Mini, you'll be joining an ecosystem with over 10,000 compatible devices. This is really going to open up your options for different brands and different price points. Now, if you go with Apple and their HomePod Mini, which uses HomeKit as their ecosystem, you're only going to be choosing from about 450-ish devices to choose from. So if you're looking for something, say like a video doorbell, with the HomePod Mini, you're going to have maybe 3 choices of devices you can choose from. Where if you want a doorbell for the Nest Mini, you're going to have, I don't know, a couple dozen different options. Now, granted, all of those options aren't going to be great options, but you at least have the options. The biggest draw to HomeKit is Apple's dedication to personal privacy. Apple's value to privacy is very high. Because of this, it is not easy for products to get approved by the HomeKit ecosystem. This is why there are far less devices that work with Apple HomeKit as compared to the Google and Amazon ecosystems. So as far as privacy, Apple is the clear winner here. But now that Apple has the HomePod Mini, which is a device that is much more reasonably priced compared to the big HomePod and can compete with companies like Google and Amazon, I've noticed a lot more companies are striving to become HomeKit compatible. So I wouldn't be surprised if down the road we see that 450 device jump to maybe even double in the next year. Now, a few other features that both of these devices have in common. Both devices allow you to broadcast messages and use them as intercoms. So if you have multiple devices, you can place them in different rooms and either broadcast a message or use intercoms between different rooms. Both devices have multi-user voice recognition. This allows an individual to ask specific questions to these devices and get personalized answers back. So you can ask something like, what are my reminders? Or what's on my calendar today? And it'll recognize your voice and actually look at your specific calendar that you have set up. In addition to that, both of these devices do all the standard things. You can ask it to tell you the weather, tell you a joke, set a timer, set reminders, all of that good stuff. So when it comes down to deciding on which one of these devices to pick up, it's going to come down to a few decisions. First off, price. The HomePod Mini is actually double the cost of the Nest Mini. And in addition to that, the Nest Mini seems to be on sale all the time. So you're going to even be able to get it cheaper than its normal price. So because of that, the Nest Mini is going to be the better value. Now, if we look at speaker quality, the HomePod Mini is going to be a clear winner here. Now, the next topic here is going to be controlling your smart home. Now, because the Nest Mini has over 10,000 devices that it works with, I'm going to go ahead and give the win to the Nest Mini. But if we are concerned about privacy, which is going to be our fourth topic right here, then the HomePod Mini is definitely the way to go. Well, that is all I have for this comparison video today. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments below. If you want to know more about either one of these devices, check out the link below to reviews.org. If you want to see more from me, check out my YouTube channel, Steve Does, where I do a lot of cool tech reviews. If this video is helpful, give it a thumbs up. Let me know that you like it. As always, I want to thank you for joining me here at reviews.org, and I'll see you in the next video.